Text message bar is different right over here. You can see they're now on the side over there and they look different. And then you could hit check in, but this feature doesn't work because you have to have iCloud and the other person has to have iCloud also. So this doesn't work for me because I don't use iCloud. It's kind of like Find My Phone or Life 360 app where you could track somebody's location, but you don't really get their full location unless they've been more than 15 minutes and they don't respond. Then if they give you the full access, you could see the path they took. But if they only give you a little bit of the limited, I think, of access, then you only see the battery percentage and their cell service area and their phone. And this is what the check-in looks like, the limited and the full. Offline map right now, we're on Wi-Fi, so I turned the location services off right now, but you could take right here, if you click on this, you could save part of a map right here. I have an online map, and then you hit either download new map or you could make a new map right here, and then you could only use offline maps even when you have internet connection, which is kind of a waste. So this is good if you're like in the Pine Barrens or you have your airplane mode on or there's no signal in the woods. And then right here, if you're going to Long Beach Island for the summertime in New Jersey or anywhere, this is just an example, Atlantic City for the day or something, and you're going from Long Beach Island, you'd want to save there. And then if you go out of range, like if you go up to Tom's River or maybe towards like New York City or towards Delaware or something, it'd be grayed out because it's not downloaded before you went offline. This is what happens when you try to look for a location. You have airplane mode turned on right there, you could see, and you're trying to put in a destination. It's going to be grayed out because you have no service. You didn't download it before you left on Wi-Fi. So if you go into settings, and I think if you turn closed captionings on, or so, I forget what setting it is, but somewhere in settings, and you turn on live voicemail, when you get a voicemail on your lock screen, you'll get to see the message as somebody's leaving the message, the voicemail, and you could answer it as long as they're still leaving the voicemail. It won't be disabled where you can't call them back until they finish calling you, or you'd get the busy tone because they're leaving you a message as you're trying to call them. So now you could answer the phone if it's something important. But if it's like a cousin or a friend, and you're quickly going to a doctor's office or you're going to work and you can't answer the call right now, you could see at a glance without listening to the voicemail. You could see it on their lock screen of what the message is. If it's something important, maybe you'll put it on your Bluetooth in the car and call them back as you're on your way to somewhere important. Or to see if it's a telemarketer or not, then you just not answer the phone and delete the message. Right here, we could make different timers right here, so you could have a different timer like the hurricane hunters. They come in the summertime every 3 hours, so the next one would be, right now it's 11:15, but it's the middle of the winter, so we're not going to get a hurricane advisory, but the next one would be at 2 o'clock, and unfortunately, you don't get to see the time, but it's pretty close. Actually, they come in a few minutes earlier at 50 past the hour, so you have to keep adjusting it. So 2 hours 36 minutes, and then you could adjust the timer name and then make it 2 p.m. new advisory. And then the next one would be 5 hours and 35 minutes, I think. And then they're not going to be exactly the same, but this one will be at 4:50 at 5 o'clock. 8:35, and then we'd make it 8 p.m. new advisory. And then you could see right there that's for 7:50, and then the final one would be 11:35 or 11:34 now. Here we have all the advisors, and 2 p.m., 5 p.m., 8 p.m., and now you could have 11 p.m. You could have 4 different timers going simultaneously, even though the seconds aren't synced, but you can outgoing call. This is what you'll see right here. You go to edit, and then you hit edit, and it's kind of like the background pictures, like the update on the iOS 16, how you could change the wallpapers. Now you change the wallpaper, your image right there for different, like this is what it looks like when you're making a call. Change the poster, and you could change the different colors. I like yellow, so we'll keep it yellow, but I'll show you red also. And you could adjust the yellow. You can make it very light or very dark. And then right here, you could change it to like different colors. Also very cool. Also, if you go to accessibilities and then you go down to personal voice right over there, You could see right there, I named it Alex Voice. It's kind of tedious. They say it only takes 15 minutes, but it took me about 40 minutes. I took a break after 30 minutes, and then I did just another 10 minutes. I read 100 phrases, and then I did the other last 50 phrases. Starting to get eye strain, even though my voice was still good. I don't know if too many people are going to do this, because you have to read phrases for like 40 minutes straight. You have to read 150 phrases, like short sentences. And you could see right here, this is 150 phrases, 233 megabytes it took for me. Triple tap the side screen, you could type something, see what it sounds, how similar, even though it sounds a little robotically automated, but it's kind of like Jim Cantori on the Weather Channel, the local on the 8th. Obviously, he's not reading your forecast every 10 minutes or every 30 minutes. It's now 18 and 48 past the hour on the Weather Channel, and he doesn't do that for every city. Today, high 45 with sunny skies. Tonight, low 22 and cold winds, light and variable at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, watching a potential storm at night, starting off cloudy with increasing clouds in the evening, rain to sleet to snow. Sunday, snow accumulating 2 to 4 inches about. Wind advisory and flood watches in effect, currently with rainy conditions. Today, high 51 going towards 57 degrees after midnight. Rainfall may reach 1 inch. Potential for flooding. Tonight, low 43 by dawn. 1 to 2 inches of rain, wind south at 20 to 30 miles per hour. Here is our 7-day outlook. Right here, this is welcome to standby when your phone is plugged in, and I didn't show you live because if I plug my phone in and if I go to the lock screen, it's going to cut the screen recording off, so I took a screenshot of it. You could have widgets on your screen, but I don't think this is the greatest idea for me because I don't want to leave my phone battery on all night long when I'm sleeping. That's kind of a waste, so I could just tap my phone. I like that other feature where you just tap the phone to wake it up, and you could see this is what you have on a very dim screen if you're charging all night, but that's kind of a waste if you're just going to look at it for like literally 3 times a night for 1 second each time to see the time. No one's really going to wake up in the middle of the night, look at the calendar, spend time looking at this analog clock right here. You want a quick glance because you're trying to fall back to sleep. Check this out also, they got new graphics right over here on the Weather Channel app right over here. You could see right here some saved locations for friends right over here. You could see Boston, it looks like fog, I think, and Minneapolis, they have some kind of alert right there. San Diego, they have sun and clouds, and it's 77 degrees in the winter in Boynton Beach, Florida. That's crazy, 80 degrees. I would have thought it would be like 50 degrees in Florida. Right there, you could see it says, "Good morning, Alec," and it says it's 77, high 79, low 74. They have a rip current statement right over here in Florida, and a small craft advisory right over here. Boston right over here, 35 degrees with mist right over here. You could see the snow icon right over there. You could check the radar right over here. Saved points of interest right over here on the map. You could see this is what it looks like with the flash flood warning. You could see the lightning symbol on the top right there. It's in red right over there. Flow 3 to 8 inches of rain has fallen, and the rainfall rates are 2 to 4 inches per hour. Additional rainfall, 2 to 6 inches of rain. It was 30 degrees this morning. You could see it's going up to 36 degrees with cloudy conditions. Right here in Philadelphia, PA, right over here, you could see the rain, but you have to scroll to the nighttime. So it's kind of tedious if you're making a screen recording. You can't see the day and night. You have to toggle, see it's back to night, then you want to go to the day. Then you might want to go back to the night, then go back to the day and the night. It doesn't look like any snow in the future right there. That's what the wintry mix looks like. You can see here's the hourly. It shows the wind, the temperature.